Welcome back. We'll continue our traversal through the waterways. At least as much as we can, given the decrepit nature of the yeah. Up the walkway in the waterway. Enough out of you. Yep. I always thought maybe they should have made this a ladder so we could get back up, but then again, it's probably smarter not to. You don't want the player getting confused about where they can go and backtracking pointlessly. But even though Half-Life was a pretty linear game, this is the only way we really have the only thing we have to do to get us to go forward at this point. Even though Half-Life was a pretty linear game, there was still a lot of people who were holding out and trying to do the old school exploratory type levels. As you can see, the light bulb doesn't react very well with the water. We've got at least one more light bulb to go, so we'll try and sneak through this door before it explodes. I like how the ambient sound drops out here, sort of abruptly, admittedly, but still, you go from all the water noise to nothing, except those little electrical zips, and then pick up with the sounds of the intake valve. I see you up there, you little jerk. There's somebody over here. When you get rid of that guy, they do two things in this hallway back here. They turn off the lights way at the end so that you can't tell that this guy has spawned in the middle of it. I actually did a test one time where I came down here with the dynamite and blew up this guy without being able to see him, and those lights stayed on. It is actually tied into his AI directly. But anyway, there was a sign back there with the other valve that we turned to say don't turn off the outflow without turning off the intake. But by the time we got here, apparently we've screwed things up bad enough that you can't even do that. And the elevator is out of order. You can get in actually the shaft and look up to see that there is a platform there, but if we press it, that platform will never come. I was pretty confused the first time I got here. I went back into the earlier parts of the level and tried to search around, but all you really need to do is smash your way out through the bottom. Yep. Welcome to the out of doors again. Back to some canyons. They actually make very good use of Half-Life's reverb effects if we get up here and listen for a bit. Yeah, using the echoey canyon vibe to good effect, I think. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to move down here, so it's a little easier for these guys to get hits on you and harder to try and sneak in and out to get hits without taking hits. But we can avoid most of them. I don't recommend turning your back on the player. But we'll see how many of them can actually path up here, just so we don't get boxed in. Ooh. health if we need it later. But again, you know, from the horrible noises of the canyon zombie to the relative silence in here. Yep, angry headless zombie. Hope that headless guy's just acting a fool. Oh. But yeah, we can't. There's some loot back there, but we can't go get it unless we get zapped by the electricity. Woo. Just barely. He was gonna zap us for 40% right there. But yeah, that's a total BS spawn with how much damage these guys do. I consider that reason for being mad at the mod. Yeah, but now we have a big furnace with some skulls and bones in it. Giant coal pile and little graffiti. I guess if the zombies can still talk, maybe they can still write. They don't behave as intelligently as they should, really, under those circumstances.
People are advised to burn any small animal corpses that are found. Dispatch this men to deal with the problem.
Sounds like someone's been dispatched. Ah! Up. Oh, stupid Half-Life ticks. Yowza. At 40% it hit us, we'd be hurting pretty bad. But now we've flipped the somewhat overly literal circuit breaker. And I have these little tiny bits of glass on the ground here that sound like it's a bomb going off when you step on them. Yep. Hello. From out of nowhere and for no reason, new spawns. I mean, obviously they're there to try and keep the pacing up. But it does seem a little ridiculous that we've got all these new zombies out of nowhere. Yeah, one little additional electricity noise to make sure you don't get overconfident. Hello. Whoa. Alright, we are looted up. We even got a new sniper rifle, although being indoors all the time we have very little need of that type of magnification.